Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video. Okay.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una diva. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburres mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una diva. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado. Corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Luis Martinez, aka Big Chief Burrito, live with you on a Friday.
Yep. It feels like it's been every day this week. Jeez.
Mi
Friday.
Gente show, live and direct from San Diego, California, the Burrito Lounge in Chula Vista, as well as further down south. My name is Luis Martinez, aka Big Chief Burrito. I'm a filmmaker, poker player, all-around funny guy, and old head. Sofia Carrillo, my co-host, is a actress, podcaster, master's degree. What else did I miss?
I don't know. Professional idiot. I would
Professional
say.
idiot,
Yes.
horrible advice giver, and we are
Horrible
live.
advice giver.
Mi Gente show, proudly a official media sponsor of the San Diego Latino Film Festival. I myself also very humbly and very graciously a curator of the San Diego Latino Film Festival 30th anniversary. My goal this year was to focus on comedies as per usual, because that's the area that we work in. So today Today we're going to be doing a preview of the festival, the Dirty 30, as we have been doing leading up to the festival. We have a major stream coming up next Wednesday night. We're going to be doing a full preview of the festival, talking to many, many filmmakers, artists, musicians that are going to be part of the festival this year, as well as watching trailers, reacting, good stuff. And we're going to get all that going. But today we have two very special guests joining us. We're going to stagger them.
Oh, yeah.
We have the artist who created the poster this year, Sofia.
Yes.
And
Soni.
she will be on Soni, and she's a up-and-coming humongous artist these days. She is growing at an expeditious rate.
She's so
in
good.
the art, and she's so good, yeah. And then as I said before, the comedies that I curated, one of them that I saw right away as I reached out to Twitter family and Latino Twitter, and I was like, hey, I need Latino comedies. And Jeannette, who I was connected with, Godoy, who we'll be talking to in a minute, sent me a movie that she recently made called Diamond in the Rough. It's the Mean Girls meets the Country Club.
A little bit of Legally Blonde sprinkle in there, pero Latina,
a little
focus,
bit
which
of
I
that.
love.
So let's bring her on right away to talk about her movie and about being part of the festival. Thank you for coming on, Jeanette.
Yeah,
Hey.
welcome.
Thank you for having me. Mi
Thank you
gente.
for being here. Yeah.
Me Gente show. I always like to see who our guests when I see them right here at the bottom when they're looking at our intro, and you're like,
Their reaction, you're like, interesting.
I was dying laughing at the first.
that is madre, that is our intro music.
It
in
is
our
all over the place, and it's gotten longer and more. Yeah, just
The thing that
complex. I
was
would
killing
say.
me was like Spider-Man doing the Michael Jackson.
Yeah. That's
Really?
that's been in
Forever.
there. That's I switch out the elements. Like I just constantly add green screen stuff that I find, and I tweak it and I add this and I add that. But that and the we'll do it live, which I love.
Yeah.
Those are staples there. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Alexandra. Thanks for stopping by all the way from
Alexandra's
Central
here.
America.
Love
Another
you.
filmmaker. Thanks for stopping by.
End
So
of the show.
let's jump right into it, Jeanette. Diamond in the Rough. Very proud, very, very honored to be able to screen it at the festival this year. It fits right into the goal of a comedy, Latina led, Latina directed and written. Where did that start for you in terms of the project?
You know, I really got lucky because I had just recently signed with an agency, here in LA, because I've been directing commercials for like the last 12 years while I was, finishing raising my twin daughters, which I was just talking to you about them. They're 22 years old, about to graduate college. So directing commercials for me was a more manageable career to have while I was, still being like the tennis team mom and the theater mom and all the mom stuff like that. That was also like an important career, thing for me in my life. And so I signed with an agency, and my agent said, I want to get you a movie. I feel I'm gonna get you a movie. Like before the end of the year, we're gonna get a movie, which I thought, okay, that just never happens. But in September of 2021, she sent me the script for Diamond in the Rough, and I loved it. I loved seeing just like messy Latina, just funny body, with an attitude. And, we just don't get to see ourselves like that very often in like mainstream movies. It's so rare. So I fell for it right away. So I had the meeting for that with the producers, and I, pitched my ideas. I pitched my take, and I got the script on a Monday, had the meeting on a Wednesday. They hired me on Friday.
Okay.
I started prep that Monday. It just went.
Oh my gosh. And when did it go into production after that?
So we started prepping in late September of 2021, and we started shooting late November. So it went fast. I got on the train and it just moved.
And this was like right in the middle of the pandemic season, right? You were just back then. What was the added degree of difficulty by that?
Well, I mean, first of all, I've been shooting, in the pandemic commercials and stuff. So I was pretty familiar with the whole thing, but obviously this is a huge production. It just made it hard. Like because of COVID protocols, and it was a union movie, you know, and the unions are very, you know, plus no one wants to get sick. We had a big cast and only 15 days to shoot it. So we couldn't afford for anyone to get sick. Like there were no hiccup days in this budget, in this world. So we had to be really, really particular about who could come to set. No visitors. I mean, the writers couldn't even come, you know, like normally I would want to have like a director shadowing me on any project I'm doing, just to try to open the doors or whatever. Just like not because it's expensive. I mean, you guys have been shooting during COVID. 30% more of your budget needs to be taken up for COVID protocols and testing. And so that part was hard. Luckily, most of it was exteriors. Like a lot of the movie is shot outdoors. So I always think that makes it better, right? Because you can, like, air is going through. You're still wearing a mask, but air is going through. But we really got lucky. No one on our set got sick.
Wow. That's an achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you hear, I mean, our girl Jenna Ortega got a little crap right now because everybody was.
I was
going
thinking
crazy.
about that. Yeah,
everybody was going crazy over her dance scene, and she let it slip in an interview that she was doing that the day that she finally tested positive, and everybody was like, oh, you know, freaking out. But you know, when you're on a film set and you have a budget and you have a schedule, you're going to be as careful as you can. But at some point, you have to get the movie made, and it's kind of a collective decision about what everybody's comfortable doing. I mean, more so on a union set, there's going to be rules that you have to follow, etc. Right. But it is quite an achievement in of itself to get that done. How long did post-production take on something like that?
We were in post for about 4 months.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know, the edit, the original, you know, I turned in my director's cut like 6 weeks in, then we worked on producer's notes, etc. I mean, I was basically the music supervisor. I combed through, I want to say easily 3,000 songs to, you know, to get our soundtrack. And I worked with a composer to, you know, bring the music, like gave her lists and lists of reference music to listen to get, you know, just the exact sound I wanted. Oh, wow. So, yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, Sophia.
I just want to add on that topic on the soundtrack, because I was Googling the crap out of the soundtrack. First of all, I love the music.
Isn't it good?
But there was one song. It's so good. Yeah, especially like the badass one. I was Googling the one where she's doing her slow-mo walk at the end. I had to Shazam that. Got it. It's good. The one at the end, I Shazammed it. I could not find it for the life of me.
Okay,
so can you please send that over?
Over the credits at the end?
Yeah, the credit. Well, I think the one. Is it pre-credits or post-credits? But it's like, it's there. Yeah, there's a song there that I could not find.
It has like reggaeton vibes, kind of.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that one.
So this is so cool because one of the guys in the grip department said to me, like, oh, I do music on the side. You know, do you think there's anything for this movie? And I was like, well, send me what you have, you know, and yeah, I listened to a bunch of his music, and then we finally came up on that one.
Oh my gosh! Well, I need to follow them.
Really cool for me that, like, he got to do like multiple things on the movie. You know,
that's awesome. We'll tell him I love that song, and I would love to follow them on Instagram.
Yes,
that's amazing. I love support. The fact that you know, supporting other artists as well. We just had on Angelique and Rob Elisea, who started this life organization. It's basically all Latinos kind of coming together and supporting each other in this. Jeanette, you're already in it. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, are you in it? Yeah. How
yeah.
What do you think about that? How has that been for you?
The Somos Life?
Yeah, and then also, where do you see Latinos in film, just in general, kind of like, you know, supporting each other and moving forward?
You know, first of all, I love Rob. He reached out to me, I think either through Twitter or Instagram, just saying like, you know, I like what you're posting, whatever, like, let's just talk. And we got on a Zoom and we just talked about our careers and where we were, and we just bonded. And so, you know, I've put him in touch with like some producers that I work with, and he's put me in touch with some managers and producers. Like, we're just trying to share, you know, contacts, because I think that's something we have to do amongst ourselves. And I don't think it's easy, to be honest with you. I think it's hard. I think there's a lot of I mean, I'm just going to say it honestly. I think there's a lot of gatekeeping in our community.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's changing a little bit, but for instance, I'm on tons of meetings with different production companies, right? For TV shows and feature films. And I feel like the Black community, the Black creative community does a really good job of like getting in there for each other and pulling each other up.
Ava
Like,
DuVernay.
they are doing the thing, and look how successful their projects are, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think a little bit like in the Latino community, it's weird because like we're so connected, and it's mi gente, it's la raza, it's all the things that we love about each other. But I think because scarcity makes people afraid, right? So I think it's hard when you are it's like, but think about it, like
especially when we just get one show at a time, right? We get the Gordita Chronicles, or we get One Day at a Time, or we get Vida, and we're scared that we get the one thing, and then we're not going to get the next thing, so you can't. And I think some of it is because I know this happens in the immigration debate. There's this Latino theme of I'm closing the door behind me. I'm here. I got my stuff. I'm going to go ahead and close the door. There's a very much like, oh, nosotros, but yo, when I'm here, it's like, I'm here now. So I'm not really worried about those guys that still haven't gotten the chance. So,
I mean, that whole George Lopez thing that just happened a few months ago,
there's a little bit of that.
Right. Like how he said that, but I don't think that we inherently are that way. I just think it's so hard to get in the door.
Yeah.
And you just are thinking like, okay,
it's trauma.
Yes, I want to.
It's a trauma response.
No, it is. Yeah. It is trauma. It is generational trauma of not really even knowing that we had a space in those places, right? Like I come from, poverty, and I didn't even think that directing could be a career. Like there's nowhere in my life that it was like, oh, you could go and have an entertainment career. You could be a writer. You could be a director. That wasn't like we had to work. We had to make money. You better get a job that's going to keep you, so I think that many of us come from that space, and then we aren't growing up to think we can fit into that space. Like we have a place there. I mean, you're much younger than me. So I think like you, for instance, Sofia, you're seeing a different way in than I did, for instance. But, I think once we get some solid ground, like we feel like we're okay, I'm here. I have a little bit of clout. I know that we as people are gonna help each other. But right now it feels like the scarcity of the opportunity makes everybody very, like, okay, shit, let me find my place first.
I got laughed at in the 90s when I said I wanted to be a director. I was like, hey, no, it wasn't a realistic goal for a lot of us growing up, especially from poverty. We're live now with Jeannette Godoy, the director of Diamond in the Rough, one of the Hay que Reírse showcases, and one of my favorite movies, a comedy. It's a rom-com. It's Mean Girls meets, like Sofia said, a little Legally Blonde. It's got a little country. It's got a little
on a golf course.
Little Happy Gilmore vibes.
Little Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, yeah.
It's got a little bit of that. So thanks for everybody that's joining us as we talk about it and we preview the movies that are going to be at this festival. Ethan, the what's a good Godfather movie? The Cinefather, the founder of the San Diego Latino Film Festival.
Oh wow.
Thank you very much for joining us. He said, can't wait to see your movie on the big screen. Thank you, Ethan, for everything that you've done for us. Thank you for having
me. You guys, I'm so excited because honestly, I feel like the movie, it came on a platform, right? Creator Plus is the producer of the movie, and they are building a new platform for like Gen Z content, influencers, etc., which it's super cool. It's very exciting to be a part of something brand new that's going out like that in the kind of tech/film space. But for me to have my movie in, a Latino film festival, like I feel so good. I really do. So Luis, I really appreciate, you reaching out and you having us, because I'm really proud of this movie. I mean, like I said, we don't get to see ourselves in these kind of roles very often. And so I'm really proud of it.
No, absolutely. Like I said, you know, and this started, you know, with Ethan and with Moises and Juan at the film festival. Me and Sofia had our film Slapworthy as part of the festival, and then we had a couple of other films that made it to the film festival. And the film festival, for various reasons, because it's a border town, like Sofia said, because we're a Latino film festival. A lot of the movies and a lot of the themes are going to be, you know, immigration, trauma, growth, you know, empowerment of women, of Latinas, you know, all these very tough and deep subjects. And what I said to them a little while ago is, you know, we need to put a little bit of an emphasis on comedies and to give that counterbalance. And what Ethan and Moises and Juan said to me was, well, why don't you do that? And I was like, all right. And so they're like, all right, here's the ones that people said are comedies, pick the best ones, do a showcase, put your money where your mouth is. So I took that seriously, and it is my pleasure, and it fills my soul with energy to see all these different filmmakers, young filmmakers, established filmmakers, older filmmakers, new filmmakers, alternative filmmakers, hundreds and hundreds. We had over 600 submissions this year from all over the world. And in my role, I was like, I'm allowed to reach out and see. So I went out to the Twitter world and I was like, hey, somebody let me know what Latino comedies I have not seen. Jeanette reached out immediately. I looked at it and I was like, yes, right away. As long as there's no issues, I want it. And she was like, cool. You guys screen it. And I'm glad that it's going to be able to be in front of more people. And I hope that it brings you added success in the future and in future projects. So it was my absolute pleasure to do that. All right, we're going to keep talking to Jeanette here in a momentarily. We're going to talk about her movie Diamond in the Rough and all the other movies that you'll be able to see on the festival this year. But did everybody see our poster?
Yes. Segue. We love it.
How does everybody like that poster?
We love it, Lou. Who did it?
Well, it's curious that you should ask, Sofia. Because for the 30th anniversary, what the San Diego Latino Film Festival is instead of doing a poster competition, they reached out to a very specific artist that embodies all of what the San Diego Latino Film Festival is about. And they got her to create the poster. I'm going to try to vamp here because I can't find it. No, I'm just kidding. But we're going to bring on the artist. We're going to show the poster in a second, but we're going to bring on the artist who's joining us today, Soni Pez-Cha vez.
Hola.
Hey, bienvenida.
Hi, friends.
Hey, ¿cómo estás?
I'm good. I'm good. Excited to be here.
Thank you.
Excited. She told me she's letting her poster do the talking for her for the festival. Yeah. But she said she would do Mi Gente show because she promised. So thank you very much for joining us. We have Jeanette here, Sofia, myself, who we've met.
Hey guys.
Let's just start at the poster and then work backwards for you. What does it mean at this point in your career as an artist to sort of get even asked that question for an event? What was your mind frame when they approached you about this?
I couldn't believe it, number one. Well, a little backstory is I've followed the San Diego Latino Film Festival for quite some time, and I know that they were doing the contest for several years, and I always wanted to enter, but I was always fearful. I always thought, I'm sure they get hundreds, if not thousands of submissions. They're not going to pick me. There's no way. And when I got asked, I couldn't believe it. Honestly, it was a dream come true. And I was super excited to work with the team to create what we did together.
Absolutely. So they approach you, they say, we don't want 1,000 artists. We want one artist. We want you.
Yeah.
And then how does the process of creating the piece, did you already sort of have something in mind from the other years when you were sort of thinking about it, or did this all come to you all at once?
No, so I looked over all of the posters and I wanted to get a little bit of inspiration. A lot of those posters are, in my opinion, they're so amazing. And I didn't think that I could do something even similar, but just to be one of the artists alongside the other artists was a blessing in itself for me. But yeah, I did a little bit of research by looking at the other posters, and then I worked with the team, and together we came up with this idea, and we all love it.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
it. Look at the
It's
nopales on the side. Look at I love it. How did you get into art? I know it's on your bio it said art keeps me sane. So I was just wondering, how did you fall into it, and what was your journey with falling in love with art making?
So I had an art gallery alongside my partner. It was called La Bodega Gallery in Barrio Logan in San Diego. And we had that for about 6 years. And when the pandemic hit, we weren't allowed to have any more art shows. So we couldn't make money. So we couldn't pay rent. So we lost the space.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, I was kind of forced to think about what I wanted to do right away because I needed to make money, of course. And I also wanted to think about my future. Like, did I want to continue to have an art gallery? Because it was awesome helping other artists showcase their work, but I never had the opportunity to really launch my career and think about my work. So during the pandemic, because I didn't have my job anymore, I thought, you know, I've always wanted to try digital illustration. I feel like this is the perfect time. We're not allowed to go outside anyway. So I'm just going to sit here and learn how to do it. And I did. And it's been amazing. I fell in love with it. And I'm blessed that I was able to get a little bit of a following on Instagram. And it's helped me create a full-time art career.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how tough was that transition from going from the canvas and the mixing paints and, you know, and things like that to digital? How long before you became kind of comfortable in that transition?
To be honest, it was super, super fast for me. I didn't realize how digital illustration, that's my thing. That's my shit right there. Acrylic painting was awesome and it was fun, but I was such a fast painter that it slowed me down to do it on canvas. I don't know if that makes sense, but with digital illustration, I'm able to edit, I'm able to erase things, add things so quickly. So for me, that's like, I fell in love with it right away. It took me just a couple weeks of watching YouTube tutorials and I learned it, I picked it up, and like I said, I just feel like it's my thing.
That is awesome.
I like this one as Colombian.
It's Colombia. And it's a lot of activism that you do in your art. Are you a political person in general? Like, how does that?
You know, I'm not, but I kind of feel like, of course, people of color are, they just need someone to help them with their voice. And I feel like, you know, if I have a social media following, I'm going to use it for something. I'm going to use it to speak my voice and help others speak their voices as well. So yeah, I do a lot of speaking through my art, and I hope that, I don't know, it shares awareness in some way.
We're talking live with Soni pez-Cha vez. You can find her at Soni_artist on Instagram, and you can see all of her cool artwork. And she already has created an incredible piece of artwork, not only in terms of the artwork, but in terms of the motif. It's basically, you've created the whole sort of aesthetic for the festival this year, because all of the announcements and everything is using your same branding and color scheme, etc. And as Sofia said, there is definitely such a, if you can see here, everything that's festival related this year has her color scheme, and everything is being labeled
really
like
cool.
that. Yeah, no, so it's definitely awesome to see that. Do you feel that this is jumps? I mean, you've already established yourself as a digital artist. You've grown your following exponentially over the last several years. Do you feel that this is one more step sort of forward in your career?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, doing the poster, I got to meet so many cool people like yourself. Look, I'm on this podcast.
Right.
I wouldn't have done it without the poster. So yeah, definitely. I'm excited to where I'm going to continue to go.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Alexandra
says you make some beautiful art, Soni. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alexandra.
Besides the poster, are you also going to be, I know that Arte Latino, Melody and Andy came and talked a little bit about it. Are you also going to be participating in that, or are you sort of taking a step back in that?
No, I am. I will be participating in the opening, which is March
Thursday?
9th, right? Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there along with some of my art prints.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And this is a great time to remind everybody that the San Diego Latino Film Festival, oh, and I forgot to say it, is is 6 days away.
Whoa. I know.
6 days away. Next Wednesday, we will be doing a full preview from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to be watching trailers. We're going to be previewing movies. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be giving away 2 full passes, 2 full VIP passes, 2 full VIP passes. Soni, you're eligible for these as well if you want to give them to some of your friends and family.
Okay.
2 full VIP passes to the festival. That includes opening night party, Sabrosa Latina Orchestra. You know what? I'm not going to say what I was about to say about Sabrosas Latinas, but Sabrosa Latina Orchestra opening night. We got this La Sonora Dinamita on closing night. We have Sabor Latino on the first Saturday. We also have the awards night on Saturday 18th. And you can find more information at sdlatino.com. It'll take you to the film guide for Eventive. You'll be able to find the films. Let's see if we can find Diamond in the Rough.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Diamond in the Rough is playing Monday, March 13th, right after opening weekend, and that'll be at AMC Fashion Mission Valley, and it also playing at the Digital Gym downtown San Diego on Saturday, March 18th at 2:30 p.m. That's the smaller, more friendly. You know, it's a really cool, like perfect size for like a screening room, etc.
Yeah. When can we expect you to drive down, Jeanette?
I'm gonna go both days.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, and on I think on the Saturday, my parents are gonna come too.
Ooh, there you go.
That's awesome.
My dad and my stepmom, they used to live in San Diego actually. And my stepmom was telling me, Lupita, she was telling me that she always used to go to the San Diego Latino Film Festival. Like she would buy all the tickets and go all the time. So she's so thrilled and excited too that I have a film there. But yeah, and my sister lives in Tijuana, so I think she's probably going to come over, and we're going to have a little family moment.
Oh, that warms my heart. Oh, my heart. I love it.
Yeah, it's incredible, man. I remember, and I told this story when we were at the festival, Sofia, but when I first came out to San Diego in 1996, and I came after high school, and the first place we ever, as a child of divorce, you go back and forth between your parents, and when you go to, and usually one of the things you do is you go watch movies, right? So the reason, and I didn't realize this till later in my life, that the reason movies were so important to me is because I remember seeing Tango and Cash in a movie theater in Medellin with my dad in like 1980 something. And I remember seeing Titanic in a movie theater in San Diego with my mom in 1997, and stuff like that. And those things were really monumental in my life. And I think it's really what brought out the love of cinema later on. But the first place I ever watched a movie in San Diego was at Mission Valley. And then literally in 2000, what year was Slapworthy in? Like 2017.
17, I think. 16.
Yeah, we watched Slapworthy, my movie, in the same movie theater where I watched the same movie in San Diego. So stories like that about people that are getting into the festivals and stuff like that, and I recommend it all. And let me just make sure everybody knows that if you are going to come to the San Diego Latino Film Festival, Mi Gente Show is a proud media sponsor. We'll be live streaming from the events. We'll be hosting Q&As for various films. If we have enough cast and crew there and moviegoers, we'll be doing Q&As for Jeanette's film. And so if you want to come down, make sure that you use code Mi Gente Show, all one word, and you'll get 15% off all your tickets. Yes. So we'll let you know anything. And also, if you guys are in the chat, just type in hashtag Mi Gente Show, and that will be, and for you guys too, if you want to try to get those tickets, hashtag Mi Gente Show. And we'll be giving away 2 free tickets today to any movie. And we'll also put you in the running for all of the major 2 free VIP passes to the festival. So Jeanette, in terms of the mix of because your film has a great lead, a great cast, but you also sprinkled in some recognizable faces like, oh, I know that guy from The Office, and I know this guy from that show, et cetera, et cetera. How was it? Do those things all come with the package at the beginning of the film that we can get these people in it? Or are you sort of adding these people and these key names as you go along in the process?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that this was an important movie to have like a really diverse cast. And of course, you want to try to get some names, some notable names that people know. Obviously, David Koechner from The Office, Rizwan Manji from Schitt's Creek. you know, just Carlos La Cámara, who I had just worked with on, I had directed an episode of The Garcias on HBO Max. I had literally just worked with him, you know, 2-3 months before. And when I got this film, I just knew right away, Tío Jorge, I really want to cast Carlos La Cámara. And I was really lucky that he was available. But yeah, it was just trying to put, you know, some recognizable names into the movie that would bring additional fans and just have like a really diverse cast, you know, to support my amazing Latina lead, who I think did a fantastic job. And I have to say, Samantha Boscarino, her family is, she's half Ecuadorian. Her mom is Ecuadorian. I believe her dad is Italian. You know, there's a scene in the film, and she's looking at little photos of her family. Those are her real abuelos.
Oh wow!
That we used, yeah. Wow. So it was cool. It was cool for both of us. She had not worked with a Latina director, and it was a really exciting project for both of us.
Wow. I wanted to ask you both kind of about the intersection of film and art. Let's start with Soni. What, if any, influence do films and popular culture and stuff like that influence your art currently? Or maybe did you see something growing up, you know, maybe like a movie about an artist or a show about an artist or a documentary about an artist, anything early on in your life that sort of, you know, put that into your mind? Did anything like that happen for you? And how in general, how has film affected your artwork?
Oh, definitely. Music and movies. I mean, that plays such a big role for, at least for me as an artist. I grew up with my dad watching Pedro Infante, black and white movies, you know, all the classics. And I'm in love with those type of movies. I feel like watching, especially females in black and white movies, is so powerful. And to continue to see them on throughout the years, and now to have female directors, like that's incredible and so powerful within itself. Definitely watching any movie, to be honest, is super inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jeanette, how about you in terms of the opposite? Does there an aesthetic that sometimes maybe a specific artist kind of brings out in you that makes it onto your film? Is there anything like that in terms of like art, culture, or when you see some work like Soni's that incorporates, like, you know, being a woman, being an artist, and ethnicity and culture? Does that motivate you, or does that sort of spark ideas for you creatively?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a super visual person, but I am huge into music, you know, and I used to, I don't know if you know my background, I was a choreographer for a long time. And so.
Oh yeah, baby got back. Am I right?
Yes.
I wanted to get into it later, but continue.
But so I like to get sort of a feeling, right? And when I read a script or I'm thinking about a project, music starts playing for me, and I oftentimes will make a playlist, and that'll sort of inform like the energy, the vibe, the tone, you know, of a project that I want to do. But of course, yeah, I'm always looking at art and films and music videos. Just, you know, I mean, there's so many talented artists out there, and anytime I can, you know, be inspired by Latinos, I mean, that's like, it feeds my soul, you know? So to see your art, Soni, my brother's an art, you know, my sister works in the business. My little brother, he's a graphic designer. Like my brother Mario is a composer. We're all just, you know, we're all art centric people. So, and that really comes from my father. My father, although he was an urban planner, he also was an artist, and he used to draw, you know, birthday cards for us and stuff like that. He took me to the movies when I was a little kid. I mean, we went to see Dr. Zhivago. Okay, that's way before your guys' time. Yeah. It is a very extremely long movie, but I fell in love with it, and I was a kid, and he was taking me to see these movies. So yeah, I've always been inspired by, you know, by watching others, and especially culturally.
Look, you're talking to somebody
that's
who
amazing.
sat through Titanic twice and the Thin Red Line once. So I have nothing. Actually, no. I sat through. I told this. I sat through Titanic 3 times. Once with my mom,
Wow.
and 2 other times with 2 different girls I was dating. So
Oh my god.
I can.
You can handle it.
I can handle a long movie. I don't know what this whole thing with like 82 minutes or keep it under 90, stuff like that. Give me a director's cut. Give me 3.5 hours in a theater any day.
Well, you know what's crazy? It's crazy how I talk to a lot of people now, because I think in the age of, obviously, of social media, right, of instant gratification, watching videos on your phone, but also binging. So like you can binge an entire series, half-hour series, or even hour-long series, right, in a day.
Yeah.
Then I have friends who be like, "Oh, but a movie's going to take too long." It's like, but yesterday you told me you watched 6 episodes of this fool. Like, how did you watch 6 episodes of this fool, but you can't watch one movie? Explain that to me.
That's the meme. It's like, hey, he's like, you want to watch you want to watch a 3-hour movie? No. How about if I give you a 10-hour movie, but I break it up into 10 1-hour episodes?
Yes.
I'm in.
Exactly.
I'm in. All right.
Our attention span is getting shorter and shorter, guys.
Sophia, did you have anything else right now? Oh,
I kind of wanted to go into the choreography career as well. How did you jump from choreographer to director? So tell us a little about that.
It's so, okay. My dad will say that I've always been very bossy. So apparently it started out that way. But I grew up as a dancer. I always was a choreographer since I was a little kid. I used to watch like Soul Train and American Bandstand, all those shows. And my parents were teenagers when I was born. So I would like learn the dances, and then I would teach my mom and all her friends all the dances. Like I was this little Juanita there with my white go-go boots, and I'm teaching them all the grooves. So I started training in ballet, and I learned ballet and jazz and all that stuff. And I always was the choreographer on dance team, for talent shows. When I went to college, my friends were trying out for cheerleading. I would always do the choreography. So it was a pretty, a natural thing that I moved into straight from dancing professionally into doing choreography. But I have to say it was seamless moving into directing, because I had choreographed all kinds of things: big, huge field shows, cruise lines, feature films, music videos, TV shows. So I've been in the business for 30 years. So moving into directing was very, very easy. And there are a lot of amazing choreographers who became directors. Debbie Allen, Claude Fosse, Adam Shankman, a lot of incredible. And it's you're looking at the big picture as a choreographer in this one, in this one department. But as the choreographer, you also have to look at the big picture and how it's going to work with the camera, right? How are these moves going to work with the camera? So I learned that kind of early on. And I have to say, for comedy and comedy timing, my dance background is everything. Musical theater, like that's all comedic usually. So it's about, even in a drama, it's about those beats. It's about taking those silent moments and then pushing through the material. So it's been a fun transition, I have to say.
I love that you say that, because actually the punchlines in the film, that's one thing that I took away from it, is like the beats were just the way these actresses were hitting these beats. It was it was seamless. I loved it.
Oh, thank you.
That makes sense now.
I appreciate it. I also had a wonderful editor, Christine McPherson, who's a great comedy editor, and we worked really hard together on it. And great actors. I mean, who get the timing, and who could. I mean, in a 15-day shoot, there's not a lot of time for, let's do 20 takes. It was, let's do 3 takes and move on. So
comedy's rough.
It's so fun.
I enjoy it. So whether or not Jeanette is responsible for the change in the culture of the big booty movement, that's up to everybody. That's up for you to decide. But did she play a major part? Absolutely. Absolutely. As she sips her tea there, her water, she's
My husband that I have been working.
What happened?
My husband likes to say that I'm like the precursor to twerking with that.
Yeah, you listen. You paved the way. Wait, what was that like? Okay, wait. I have to go
because
back
there's
in time.
before
What
and
was
after
Baby
that
Got Back
culturally.
like?
Yeah,
There's-
no, there
What
is.
was
There
that
is.
set? Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just was like you have to take inspiration from the song, right? When you're doing a music video and you hear that song, it's hilarious. It's also empowering. It's also just banging. And so then, you know, I'm working with the director. He tells me, oh, these women are going to be dancing on this tiny little platform, you know, so then what are you going to do with that? Like there are all the constraints that force you into a certain sort of artistic aesthetic. But you know, if you got a song called Baby Got Back, there's got to be a lot of booty shaking going on.
Yes.
And then you have to find the right actresses to say that monologue at the beginning. You know, you got to get that just right. And obviously, I think you might agree, Jeanette, that at those levels, being a director is problem solving. Essentially at its core. So you know, it's combining what the artist wants, what the budget will give, what the situations and locations, who didn't show up that day. As I tell all indie filmmakers, especially for indie filmmakers, if you're an indie filmmaker, you're also doing the casting, you're also doing producing, you're also doing everything, and it's really going to be about testing your mettle about what happens. The sound guy got lost. Well, guess what? You know, you're going to have to improvise. You know, you're going to have to use camera audio and do some close-ups and have them match their cadence. Hey, the camera broke. Guess what? Everybody bust out your 4K phones, and we're going to have great audio, but we're going to have to use cell phone footage, you know, or what have you. As happened on our set, you know, an actress had a car crash this morning. Guess what? Well, you're the backup, but now you're going to have some extra lines. Go over there and learn them. It's got about problem solving and you know, to a degree, art as well, right? Because sometimes you make a mistake and you turn it into a happy little tree, as they say. Etc. Let's watch the trailer for Diamond in the Rough, if you guys are okay with that.
Do it.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Late again. Story of my life.
2 years out of school and still no job. Your parents must be
Dead. No, I'm kidding. Well, no, I'm not. They are dead.
There we go. Now that
That
is
was awesome.
that is exciting. Very colorful. How does that? Yeah. Well, here's the pitch, Jeanette. Okay. Diamond in the Rough Part 2. And Sofia is her long lost cousin, and she comes in.
I'm the cousin.
She's a cousin, and then
we're looking up alike.
Yes.
Get it out.
I'm trying to think of like Diamond the Musical.
Oh, there you go. Oh, nice.
Diamond, we think that Ariana and Jason are going to get married, but they break up, and really Theo Jorge gets married. It's like destination wedding. I don't know.
Yeah, Diamond in the Rough too, even rougher.
Yeah. Caroline Hennessey's character and Stella get married.
Yes.
Oh no, did I break up? Hello.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, we're live with Jeannette Godoy, director of Diamond in the Rough, as well as Soni Pez-Cha Vez, artist, creator of this year's festival poster for the 30th anniversary, the Dirty 30 San Diego Latino Film Festival. You know, it's been an honor to talk to both of you today. I look forward to to seeing you both at the festival. You know, any last thoughts, Jeanette, in terms of what, you know, like you said, I know you mentioned a little bit about being in a festival, but in terms of you know, promoting, you know, Latinos in the industry, you know, what do you hope to, you know, to achieve with having the film here, and what do you look forward to in terms of the growth of Latinos in the industry?
Well, I mean, I think that, you know, the fun thing is to have that we have this mix of movies and content that we can come with, that we can tell the border stories or the deeper dramas about, you know, the struggle and the trauma that our people have gone through. And we can tell stories like Diamond in the Rough. And I saw the preview for Los Mecánicos, which looks really hilarious as well. And it's like, we can tell all these kinds of stories. And I think the more we go out and support each other and we support the stories, the better we're going to do. And we're all going to come up together, right? Like, we're all going to come up together if we keep showing up for each other, because there are a lot of us, like, we're out there and we're all different. different kinds, and I think if we just, gather our power and we show up for each other, we're going to only continue to gain more power and have more opportunities to tell all different kinds of stories. So
yes,
100%.
Love that.
I mentioned this on the when we did the podcast with Rob and Angelique from Somos Life, another organization that we're working with called somoslife.org, which is Latinos in Film and Entertainment, which is as something that we've been talking about. We're going to promote them as well. I'm helping out on the back end with them. And it is just about, like what Jeanette said, supporting each other, making connections, doing the things that other communities have done for themselves successfully. Like you said, a great example, Ava DuVernay, who insists on having Black female directors for each episode of the show she gets approved. A show like Reservation Dogs, again, they get approved. They make sure that every single director is Native, et cetera, et cetera. And we need somebody, to help with that, so that when John Leguizamo, I don't want to single him out because he's doing his own initiative and stuff like that, but somebody with a name gets a show, they say, hey, I want Luis Martinez to do an episode, I want Jeannette Godoy to do an episode, I want, this person to do an episode, I want Sofia to do a reoccurring role or something for her. Throw her a bone. And I think that's super important. And my goal is, and it seems weird when I say it, but I said it last time, is I want us to have the chance to be mediocre. And what I mean by that is that, in order for our shows, for our movies to succeed, it has to be at the very top echelon. It has to be in the top 1% quality. There can't be anything wrong with it. It has to be exceptional. It has to be perfect. Whereas there's thousands of movies and TV shows made every day that are cliche, that are bad, that are horrible. And so I just want us to be able to get those regular ass jobs and not have to meet to the highest standard. Once we get there, I think that's where we can say really we've done something in the industry. Because right now, even though more opportunities are being opened every day, and we have people like yourself and others that are getting out there that do mentorships, that do have people, shadow them on sets, and stuff like that. So that's my little goal for us.
Yes, we're getting there. Poco poquito, we got this.
But yeah, I'm with that 100%. We need that person that's gonna open the door, climb up this hill with me.
Somebody call Salma Hayek. I don't know.
Right? I think it's Salma. I feel that it's her.
I feel like it's her too. Somebody call her. Who knows her?
All right, and then Soni, any last words for you in terms of like what because from another perspective, with the type of artwork that you do, it's very personal, it's very niche to the culture, but it's also universal in the language and stuff that you use. What do you feel as you progress in your career that you would want your art to achieve, and for more Latino artists to achieve?
I don't know if you can notice through my art, but I'm doing a lot of healing for myself through a lot of those pieces, and I hope that it somehow helps other people heal as well, especially in our culture. I feel like we come from a lot of trauma, a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of pain. And I hope that some of my pieces can help heal.
Yeah, I feel there's a lot of stuff about self-acceptance and about like forgiving yourself and about like, I am enough, like, that sort of, I really like that you get so many people that see your artwork through Instagram and through other mediums, because it means that people are relating to it and, taking solace in it. And like you said, helping them heal. So I think I'm very, very honored to have you both with us today, because from two different parts of the Latino art world, you ladies are both doing something very important for the culture in terms of creating products, creating opportunities, and then creating art and creating imagery that is going to help the entire community from top to bottom. So I want to thank you both for being on the show.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you for what you guys are doing. Really appreciate you.
Thank you. And we're trying to do our little part. So.
It's working.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye, Jeanette. Bye, Soni.
Enjoy your day. Thank you.
Love you, ladies.
We'll see you guys. Nos vemos en el cine.
Nos vemos en el cine. I'm excited to meet them in person, and they were lovely. Are you ready? Lou, are you ready for the festival? It's coming.
Mentally, No.
I knew it. I was like, Wednesday we have such a huge stream. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a busy 11 days. And it's been a busy month, and it's been a busy last 3 months, and it's been a busy year just thinking, because the last day of the festival, Ethan's like, okay, block it off on your calendar, March 9th to the 19th, 2023. And I'm like, oh God, that's so far away.
You're like, oh
and
God.
now we're 6 days away. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the city of San Diego. I'm excited for the Latino culture. I'm excited for all the filmmakers that are going to be a part of it. And I just hope that all the filmmakers are taking advantage of it, going to see multiple movies, connecting with other filmmakers, because that's the best part of it, is just hanging out, meeting other filmmakers, realizing that you're not alone in this, that there's tons of Latinos out there making movies. And it's going to be a 10-day celebration of the culture, of us, of the Latino film culture, of the Latino film world. A lot of things that make me super proud to be a part of it. So and I know it's going to be your first year sort of working it and being a part of it more, because you've been busy with your master's degree.
yeah. This is it's exciting. It's nerve-wracking, but it's also like super exciting, because it's just a chance to highlight, other Latinos that we love. And I also I've been kind of just like sedentary when it comes to the lack of movies that I've been watching and the lack of projects that I've been partaking in and stuff like that. So it does very much feel like this is a great opportunity to serve as a catalyst for me to just jump back into it, support each other, and just, man, I feel so hyped to see the artwork from our community and to support it, and to just, if anything, a voice in that. And yeah, I'm excited. I feel like
one of the things that hypes me up is seeing how you have progressively become more and more excited about it. Because I think when it was first like, hey, we're going to be doing this, and you're like, how long is that going to be? How many days are going to be there? Yeah. And now the closer we get to it.
No, I'm so excited.
And yeah, the closer we get to it, the more people we talk to, and it's not just like we're talking to like people that, these are people with big followings. These are important artists that are growing in their.
Even if they weren't, though,
it's a good mix.
Yeah, I feel like the San Diego Latino Film Festival does a really good job at mixing it up, and yeah, like you said, we were in the Frontera filmmakers. So hi Rosa, what's up?
Rosa might be making an appearance this next weekend. Maybe if we get to see Rosa, we're gonna have to give her a big giant group hug.
Was that a Game of Thrones picture that I saw? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's rocking.
Nice,
she's rocking.
Rocking Game of Thrones.
She's got the Lannisters on there. She's got the Baratheons on there. Look at her.
I love
that. She's Team Green, by the way. Remember, so we're
Team
not
Green. Yes,
we're not friends with her.
Okay, Lou, can I have your HBO Max password? Because I haven't caught up in anything.
I don't know. Isn't Shelly supposed to give you that? I don't even have HBO Max.
Me dijo que sí, pero no me lo ha dado. I gotta call him.
We gotta get it. We gotta share that, because Netflix is out. Netflix is.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. Shit. Yeah.
Netflix is being a little pain in the butt. She said, "Yeah, it is the houses." Yes,
it's the houses. Yes. Yeah, man, even the Tullys. Look at that.
She's got them all on there. She's on it.
Got them all.
But like I said, it is impressive, the amount of talent that we have, and look, like I said, just looking at Soni's art, like she's just got like so much stuff.
Dude,
that's like,
I know, and it's like so well rounded and so empowering, and like that's definitely going to be a page that I like just recur, just continue to go back and check and like maybe post, because you know how like some people post motivational stuff on their stories. I'm like, it made me so happy just to scroll through her page. It's empowering.
Because I see it and I recognize it, but I can only imagine for yourself as a Latina how differently it impacts you.
As a queer Latina female, it hits so many notes for sure.
What was the one that I saw earlier that I put up for you?
Was it the rainbow one or I don't know. She just has
there's so many.
And I was like, I saw you, Lou. I saw you focusing on that.
I was like, hey, let me put up some. She's got so much great stuff. So she's gonna be there for the event. She designed the poster. It's all like incredible work. Like this one that she gave us for this is like
so good.
the symmetry in that, and just kind of like the symbolism and all of that,
Mhm.
like all of this. There you go, see, Alicia.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
up? She's doing it for the community. I love it.
She's there. She's all about it. And yeah, she had the SOS Colombia when all the stuff was happening in Colombia and stuff like that. You know, this is the other one that I put up, right? This is another.
Yeah. Oh God, I love it. Ah, Soni, I love you.
And then Jeannette Godoy, like from choreographing Baby Got Back to doing Latino rom-coms, it's like,
yeah, I freaking I love it. I love it. And it makes sense. The fact that you would go from choreography to directing. I guess it does sort of overlap a lot, right?
yeah. And then for anybody that missed the live stream from last week, I had Melody and Andy from Arte Latino, and they had Paco Pablos, who's another world-renowned artist. And we had Inocente, who they literally made an Oscar-winning film about her as an artist here in San Diego. So I like this one here myself.
I'm excited to watch all the films. All of the films.
The Sage
Good vibes only. Ah, Sage in a Blend. I love it.
I like that one.
That was
all right.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
You know
And then
I want Soni to do my tattoo. I want her to design a tattoo for me. That's what I want.
Yeah. You better ask her at the festival, because you know she's
I'm a bag.
You beg because she's a busy girl. Look at her. She's got like
busy woman. Yes.
Yeah, she got over 100 grand on Instagram. People following her. She's growing as an artist. It's good to see them, and it's good to. Hopefully she blows up and she's like a giant artist and stuff like that. It's gonna be nothing but good. And the fact that they had her do the poster, stuff like that. Yeah, this is another one. Like, we talk about this stuff all the time on our show. Where it's like, you know, like whenever it's like
whenever it's a white woman, you get
it's stuff like that. So not only is she a great artist, but she's very topical. There's a lot of great stuff there. So very happy to have her on. Diamond in the Rough. Very excited to see that on the big screen. Make sure that you guys are watching. Make sure that you guys come out for that movie as well. It's one of the movies I selected as part of that. And go watch the VOD if you didn't already of the last stream that we did for the festival, which features Inocente, Paco Pablos, Melody, and we hopefully. Look, we talk a lot about the movies and Sabor Latino and the parties, but Arte Latino is there's going to be like immersive arts, immersive murals. There's going to be people painting live. And this is happening throughout the festival. There's going to be live painting. There's going to be artists. You're going to be able to buy art, Latino art. And I don't think, and I did a stream about it, but yeah, look, we're talking Arte Latino, Cine Latino, Música Latina. Because not only do we have the festival hub with the art, we also have a sound stage, and Saul, who's going to be on the stream on Wednesday talking about the musical acts, has different musicians every day. Not only do you have a band for opening and closing that party, but there's going to be multiple musicians every day on stage. So from Thursday, March 9th through the 19th, 6 days from now, anything and everything that you want regarding Latino culture, art, music, food, entertainment, podcasters, artists, actors, directors, sometimes all in one. I'm kidding.
Yeah, all in one. There you go.
Is going to be there. So, you know, like we've said enough, but it's going to be an important day. And Mi Gente show related.
Yes.
We will be back on live tomorrow. So this is sort of a shorter stream.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we just wanted to interview these people and do this for the festival. But tomorrow for our fans, we have a very special guest. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. we're going to be going live with the star and creator of the hit Hulu show This Fool. Chris Estrada is going to be on the show tomorrow live at 2 p.m.
I'm excited.
Incredibly excited about that. If you haven't watched This Fool, it's one of the best shows that came out. It's very much in the vein of Reservation Dogs and Atlanta, and in terms of examining Latino culture in a truthful way. It is incredibly funny. There's a lot of great performances, a lot of great actors and actresses in it, and Chris is a very funny guy. And he's doing stand-up, so it's been hard to get him on the schedule, but he's available tomorrow. So we're going to do a special stream, Saturday afternoon stream tomorrow, live at 2 p.m. Chris Estrada, Hulu's hit show, This Fool. Currently, they're filming season 2. So I'm very excited about that stream tomorrow, Sofia. Are you going to finish watching the season?
Oh man. I don't have access to Hulu anymore.
That's the one that I said I could get you. I can get you on the Disney Hulu.
That's the one. Yeah, okay. It wasn't HBO. Yeah, it was Hulu. So I lost access a while ago. Yeah, no. And then I'm like, I could just pay for it, whatever. But not, you know, if I can get it for free, buy you a taco. Buy you a burrito.
I'll add you to the account and then I'll send you the password. All right, guys. Thank you for everybody that joined us today. I know it was a weird time, but I appreciate everybody to stop by, watch the VOD, catch us at the festival. We'll be doing a ton of stuff there. Live back tomorrow at 2 p.m. with this school. Hopefully we'll see Rosa. We'll see Jeanette. We'll see everybody. You're going to see us posting pictures live from the red carpet. All kinds of stuff is happening. Very excited. Get your ticket. Use Mi Gente show at the checkout to get 15% off. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, mi gente.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
¡Listo! ¡Uy, palomitas en el suelo! Oh.
Espera, parece que Maggie tiene algo que decir. Es su primera palabra.